joke around and have a good time, and that I think that you can combine having fun and working and do them both well. I'm the Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources for a school district, and I oversee special education, student services, and personnel for the school district. Human development it has always been a focus area of mine, so when I was teaching, I really liked to use a strengths-based approach with students. So now that I do adult development, I do the same types of things, just working with adults instead of students, really focusing on their strengths. And now that I do all of the hiring, I can really, it's kind of like eHarmony for personnel, try to match the best person for the needs of the school, the program, the district, whatever. The reason I came to USF because I looked at a lot of different doctoral programs, and so I came to USF because, well, one, I love the city, and so it gave me an excuse to come to the city all the time. It's a beautiful campus, but also the teaching weekend concept really worked for me. Worked better in theory than in practice, because that weekend off is not a weekend off. That's the weekend when you get everything done. But I did like the fact that the classes were longer, the classes were smaller. I still have relationships with folks that I went through classes with. I mean, so the networking was very powerful. And the relevance of the research, because you're applying it as you're learning it. And for me, particularly organizational leadership, I'm one of the key leaders in an organization, so I felt like I was always able to implement what I was reading, which made it so much more tangible for me than if I would have been in a program that was very much removed from the real day-to-day work that I was trying to accomplish. How approachable the professors are. And I had full-time faculty and I had some adjunct faculty, and I found them to always be professional and always approachable. And so that was a takeaway. And then, like I had said before, the caliber of students in the program also was something that was really pushed my practice. And I liked that I wasn't always with educators. I learned a lot I was in the organizational leadership program, so being with folks from other backgrounds and doing other work, but there were so many similarities around the leadership. So I liked that. You need to love all kids. You need to believe in humanity, that they really can be better than who they are sitting in front of you right now, and that's adults and kids. And I would say that you have to have tenacity beyond anything that you've imagined, and at your core you have to believe that you're making a difference. So what is next for me? Well, writing the book is one of the things that I want to do. But I think just getting better at what I'm not really necessarily looking at what's next. I'm looking at, I have plenty of areas for improvement right where I am. So I think I'm trying to be the best of where I'm at, and if that causes me to go somewhere else, great. But I'm quite content just being where I am and continually improving what that looks like.